Hello everyone, my name's Kai and this is a tutorial on how I use body tape to bind my chest, specifically as someone with a larger chest. I've been using body tape to bind for 2 years, so we're going to go over all the tricks and tips I've learned. This is what my chest looks like, just wearing tape with a t-shirt on. You can see I do still have a little bit of that underboob shape, but the center of my chest is also flat, and I feel it looks much more natural. I'm happy with the shape that I get. I feel it's almost passable as pecs. This is the tape that I use. It's Ocella. I get it on Amazon. It's about $10 for a roll. You can find the tape I'm using down in the description. There's a link to my Amazon storefront where I've compiled this item along with similar ones in different colors into my gender affirmation list. This is a specific brand that I've been using for almost 2 years now. I'm very happy with it. It is very limited in what colors it comes in, so I have added a dark nude as well as a solid black into this playlist as well. I have not personally used those products, but they seem to be a good equivalent. Along with this body tape, you're also going to need a pair of sharp scissors. The tape that I buy comes in a large roll. I can get several uses out of this, and I use a lot of tape. This roll that I have here is about half used. When you get it, it fills up this entire box. Along with this tape, it also comes with covers. Personally, I do not use covers because they irritate my skin pretty badly, but it is highly suggested that you try them if you're going to be binding with tape. This part is important. It has instructions on how to do an allergy test. When you are binding with tape, different than binding with a binder. When you're using a binder, you're pushing all the tissue up and towards the center of your chest, which you don't want to do with tape. When you're using tape, you want to go up and out, almost towards your armpit or your shoulder. It's going to help you create that lifted, natural, like pec sort of look. It's also going to give you that flat area in the center of your chest. Ocella tape comes with these lines pre-marked on the bottom. I use this as a guide for how much to cut off. I use a total of 4 strips on each side. The first one is the longest and starts about an inch in from my nipple and goes out almost under my armpit. This tape will stretch quite a bit after you take the paper off, so I use about 2.5 squares on each side. Number 1 tip when binding with tape is to cut the corners off of every single piece. This keeps it from peeling up, and it keeps it from catching on your shirt or your bedding and ripping it off, which can be painful and can leave sores on your side. You want to cut off all the corners so you have this nice rounded shape at the end. Ready to start putting your tape on, go ahead and pull off the paper for the end 1/2 inch to inch. This is going to be an anchor point. This part will not be stretched at all. It will just be used to hold the tape onto you. Having this anchor point on both ends of your tape is really important to avoid skin irritation. I place the first one towards the center of my chest, just inside from my nipple. After that anchor point is attached, I stretch the tape towards my back but slightly up, almost towards my armpit. Then we're going to go ahead with the second strip, which I will place underneath the first, and I use 2 squares for this. Again, cut off the corners so it doesn't get pulled off. I place this second strip directly below the first one, overlapping them slightly. If you leave a gap, that can cause skin irritation where they sort of rub together. The adhesive in this tape is heat activated, so you need to rub it when you put it on in order to activate that adhesive and get it to stick. Then I peel back the rest of the tape except for the last 1/2 inch to an inch, which is my final anchor point. I leave the paper stuck on that until the end so that it does not accidentally get stretched. I then hold the tape with my backhand, pull it out no more than 75%. If you pull the tape out to its full stretch and then smooth it onto your skin, that will cause skin irritations and blisters. And then we're going to go ahead and get our third piece of tape. This tape is the shortest one that I use. It's just to get rid of the little dog ear or puckering effect at the top around your armpit. I did cut these pieces a little short. I would recommend going longer than what I did here. But again, this is placed slightly overlapping the previous piece of tape. This one goes at the very top. Sometimes I stop here. I am happy with this result. It looks nice with a t-shirt on, but I decided to go ahead and do a 4th strip, which will go over the ends of the tape. This helps hold them on for longer, and if you do it in the front, it also gives a little extra lift. And once again, I did cut these strips a little short. I would recommend going a little longer, but start at the bottom, place your anchor point below the bottom piece of tape, half on the tape and half on the skin towards the center of your chest. Go ahead and peel that paper back, And then we're going to be lifting and stretching upward to pull all that tissue up and further eliminate that under boob shape. This front vertical strip serves a dual purpose of holding our previous strips of tape down, which will make it last longer, as well as providing a little extra lift. And I'm just going to be repeating the same process on the other side. At the top here, I did start to get a little bit of a wrinkle, but you can see I peel that tape back, lift the wrinkle away, and then smooth it back down. If you leave wrinkles, you will get skin irritation. And this is the final look. I know it does not look very conventional for what you think of when you think of binding, but this does give very natural result. You are not going to have a naturally completely flat chest anyway, and this gives a much more natural appearance than binding in my opinion. Here's the result with a t-shirt. My chest using tape does not get completely flat, but it is perfectly passable as a cis man's chest. Here's a more practical look of the results in a button-up t-shirt. As you can see, flat from the sides, and I have a really nice flat area in the center of my chest, which you will not get with a binder. This is one of the main reasons that I enjoy binding with tape, because you do not have binder straps that are visible around your neck and shoulders, and you have that nice flat area down the center of your chest and stomach. And then lastly, here's a look at the results in a fitted shirt. As you can see, there is still that noticeable bump in my chest, but using this tape, it raises that up higher, so it appears more like pecs or a cis man's chest. And now let's talk safety and removal. Do not wear tape for more than a couple days at a time. Do an allergy test, as some people are allergic to the adhesive. And do not ever wrap tape all the way around your chest. This will restrict your breathing. When you remove tape, take a shower beforehand or use oil to work it off. Do not just rip it. Do not apply tape to open wounds. When you're wearing tape, you can swim, you can exercise, and you can sleep, which is an advantage over binders. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment anything else you'd like to see in the future. Okay, bye.